What's good, YouTube? dgwhips are back again with another video. Today I'm really excited. I think we're going to be able to drive this 300ZX today. I finally have all my parts. I have the axles, you know, the ones that are missing, and then I have the fuel pump. The fuel pump was $190 for a used one. It was stupid expensive because it's stupid rare to find a fuel pump for this car. Parts are kind of hard to come by because the car is so old and rare, but which is crazy because for the Porsche I paid like 50 bucks for the fuel pump, so it's very weird. But it's all good though, it's all good, no big deal. We're gonna go ahead and throw those axles on, put the fuel pump in, and we're gonna see what happens. I think we're gonna drive it today, guys. What do you guys think? By the way, if you're new to my channel, go ahead, leave a like down below, comment what you think of the video, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, and then at 1,000 subscribers I will be doing a giveaway. Stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to work on this. So the only axles I could find were some used ones off eBay. These were 150 bucks. If I wanted brand new, it probably would have been like 300 or 400. And honestly, this is kind of expensive for used axles, but it's gonna have to work for now. They're in pretty good shape, as you can tell. No tears in the boots or anything. Obviously they're a little dirty, but this is gonna work for sure. Okay, so I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see, but there's a bunch of spider webs and things dangling down. I'm not trying to have black widows eat me or anything, so I'm gonna try to get most of the webbing gone as much as I can first. Maybe even spray some pesticide just to make sure everything runs away. We're already missing a lug nut, so that's nice. So from the 5 seconds of research I did online, it looks like we're gonna have to remove, if I can see here, the center locking nut for the hub. We're also going to have to remove the caliper and rotor. Oh shit. Well, thought I was breaking the bolt loose, but I broke my extension in half. Bruh. And I broke my breaker bar. Alright, so one axle is in. I do need to get the hardware still. I'm going to run to the hardware store in a second, but it is fully seated in there. It was a little tricky, took some maneuvering, but I did manage to get it. So now we got to play everything back, and let's go ahead and do this side, which would take a lot faster since now I know what I'm doing, and we also don't have an exhaust in the way. Let's go ahead and throw that axle in there. Okay, so I definitely learned a lot from that side. I really didn't even need to remove the wheel, to be honest with you. I removed like the wheel bearing bolts and the caliper and the rotor. That was to remove the hub assembly. I didn't need to do that for the axles. All I really needed to do was drop this bar right here, and I should have enough clearance to actually slide the axles in. You do need to wiggle around a little bit. However, they want you to remove part of the axle to do this, but you don't need to do that. That's just to be a little safe, make it easier, but I'm going to show you it's not necessary. I'm going to make sure that there's fluid in the diff. That's a little important. Oh shit. Okay, so quick little update. I couldn't film too much because it was dark, and literally the only light source I have, because I'm not in my garage, is my little phone right here. Yeah, look at that, my iPhone 11. But I have the used fuel pump that supposedly works. And I do just need to tighten everything up and connect the lines together. I'm gonna put the tank back up, and then we're gonna see if this car runs. And if this runs, and we're gonna see if it drives, and if it drives, then well, the car is pretty much good to go. So let's see what happens. Okay, so everything should be hooked up as far as the fuel pump working and sending fuel to the engine. The tank is still down. Now before I put everything back up and bolt it back, I want to make sure the pump works and everything is good. I want to see if the car is going to run, and then if it runs, I want to see if I put it in gear, if these wheels will rotate. And then if that's good, then we're pretty much good to go. We put everything back together, we can go ahead and drive it. Fingers crossed. I spent a lot of time on this. I literally spent 13 hours straight yesterday working on it. It's the next day, so let's go ahead and get it started. I'm gonna have to hook the battery up. I think the battery's dead, so I'll probably have to jump it with my G right there. But let's go ahead and not waste any time. Let's do that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're running. I do still hear Not sure what's going on. check for leaks. Yeah, we're definitely missing. I do not see any leaks. I hear a bad bearing for sure. But it is running though. Let's see if it goes into gear. Oh, well, I guess you can't stall it. We're rolling. I'm hearing noise. I think the drive shaft is hitting the heat shield. But we are rolling. This tire is not rolling. Okay, 3 days later, we finally got everything we needed to do. We put coolant in it. I still need to bleed the system, but I'm gonna see if it's gonna overheat right away or if everything is working how it's supposed to, if there's any coolant leaks. I need to put the battery in. I have to charge it because it died, but got everything back together. The fuel tank is on. Let me tell you, putting that fuel tank on was a pain in the rear end. But we got that in, we got the axles in, everything's tightened up, double checked everything. I removed that heat shield that was rubbing against the drive shaft. And I can see on the drive shaft, it was definitely rubbing against it hard and leaving marks on the drive shaft, but should be all good now. We should be done with that noise. I got the wheels tightened down. We just need to put the battery in, start it, and then we should be good to roll. All right, it's staying running. Let's go ahead, put it in gear, and let's see what happens. We are moving, guys. Whoa, the alignment is so off. Oh, it smells. We're driving it. We're driving it, guys. Whoa. Big backfire. All right. Timing might be off or something. So I made the mistake of putting power steering fluid in it because I had none. It has probably the worst leak I've ever seen in my life. It literally is pouring out like you're just taking like a gallon of water and pouring it out. It's literally going down the gutter here, but no big deal. We'll sort that out later. We can drive without power steering anyway. It's all good. We definitely have a bad bearing. I believe it's this one. It's what it sounds like. I do need to do the screwdriver test and see what that is. What is this actually? Is that the water pump? I think that is the water pump. Unfortunately, a lot of the gauges don't work, so I can't even tell if I'm overheating or not, which is a little bit of an issue. I kind of need to know how hot the car is running. But the car did go around the neighborhood and it didn't die on me or anything, and it didn't seem like it overheated. And I ran it for about 10 minutes. It seemed good. I'm going to change out the spark plugs. We are definitely backfiring and missing. We can go ahead and change the spark plugs. That should be no issue. And we always need to get this stuff sorted out. This car needs a lot of just little things, but they add up. So yeah, we're basically rolling on one wheel right now because this one is not really wanting to roll for some reason. I don't know if the brakes are sticking or whatever. And I think this is an open diff, so it'll just, that wheel can spin all at once, and this one, if it doesn't want to, it won't spin because it's open diff. So we got to figure that out. Even though there's way more things than I thought, this is still a good car, still a good deal, and it is running and driving now, so that's a big plus. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you're new to the channel and you're excited to see this on the road, go ahead, click like, hit subscribe, and comment down below what you think. Would you drive this car? Would you drive the G instead? Let me know. But other than that, guys, that's gonna do it. See you guys next time.